You walk in hungry, maybe craving comfort food after a long day. It's familiar, it's fast, it's cheap. But what if that smiling cashier and sizzling skillet were hiding more than just calories? What if your favorite restaurant wasn't just serving food, but serving up deception by the plate? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 9 of America's most trusted food chains, from Chuck E. Cheese to Panda Express. And what we found will make you rethink your next meal. Spoiled sauces, recycled batter, microwaved mystery meat, and corporate strategies built on illusion, not flavor. And it starts where birthday parties and sticky arcade tokens reign. It's the ultimate nostalgia trap. The flashing lights, squeaky animatronics, and that unmistakable smell of reheated pizza and plastic tokens. But former employees say Chuck E. Cheese isn't just a throwback, it's a warning. According to multiple whistleblowers, pizzas aren't made fresh per order. Instead, leftover slices from different pies are rearranged, reheated, and disguised as fresh servings. Yes, your combo slice might be stitched together from someone else's half-eaten party tray. And it gets worse. Kitchen staff reportedly skip the sink after cleaning arcade machines and go straight to handling food. One insider claimed the dishwashing station doubled as a mop sink during peak hours. Same space, same water. Even the building layout raises red flags. The kitchen often steps away from ball pits where coughing kids run wild. With shared ventilation, that means sneeze particles and marinara could be mingling in midair. But it's not just the health hazards. Chuck E. Cheese isn't built for food, it's built for profit off birthdays and game tokens. The food is just bait to keep parents inside longer. Frozen dough, syrup-laced tomato sauce, modified starch cheese. The recipe is designed for speed and cost, not quality. The only thing authentic? The regret that kicks in as soon as the last token runs out. But Chuck E. Cheese isn't the only restaurant where illusion is part of the recipe. You hear Red Lobster and imagine ocean-fresh seafood, warm cheddar biscuits, and upscale comfort. But that luxury image? Mostly branding. According to former cooks and insiders, the seafood you're being served is rarely fresh. Shrimp are flash frozen overseas, shipped in bulk, thawed en masse, and tossed onto your plate hours later. Lobster tails, often pre-cooked, dunked in preservatives and reheated in butter until they look the part. The result? Rubbery texture, salty aftertaste, and a side of deception. As for those famous Cheddar Bay biscuits, they're good, yes, but often microwaved. Some employees admit pulling day-old biscuits, giving them a quick zap, and sending them back out. And if that doesn't make your stomach turn, consider this. Health inspections have flagged Red Lobster kitchens for improperly stored shellfish, warm fridges, and expired sauces. In one case, a woman reportedly found a dead fly floating in untouched cocktail sauce, and management allegedly offered a replacement like it was no big deal. Nutritionally, it's no better. Their ultimate feast has over 2,500 milligrams of sodium, more than an entire day's limit, and that doesn't include biscuits or dressing. Red Lobster wants to sell you the image of luxury. What you're actually getting is reheated frozen food dressed in white plates and sea-themed decor. And speaking of microwaves wearing tuxedos, you glance at the menu. Loaded potato skins, sizzling fajitas, creamy Alfredo. It sounds like the weekend. But former cooks say Friday's kitchens function more like microwave stations than restaurants. Most meals arrive pre-cooked in plastic bags. Staff are trained to snip, heat, plate, and send it out. No chef required. That sizzling skillet, likely just a hot metal plate tossed under microwaved fajita strips. The drama is real. The flavor? Manufactured. Powdered ranch. Alfredo made from shelf-stable mixes and water. Even the loaded potato skins hide nearly 2,200 milligrams of sodium before you dip them. Customers have also reported gross visuals, lipstick on glasses, sticky menus, and bathrooms that scream, "We gave up." One former bartender even admitted to reusing stirrers and straws during rush hours. Yes, used straws. Fridays keeps updating their vibe with tablets, mood lighting, and flashy cocktails. But the core remains the same. Reheated food pretending to be gourmet. For smart eaters, the real red flag isn't the decor. It's what's hiding behind that heat lamp glow. But if you think that's bad, wait until you meet the fryer from hell. You know it's fried, you know it's greasy, but even that doesn't prepare you for what really happens inside Long John Silver's kitchens. Former workers say the batter used to coat your fish. It's often the same mixture from breakfast to dinner. The longer it sits, the more it absorbs old grease, stray crumbs, and stray bacteria. Over time, it transforms into a gummy, starchy paste no human should be eating. And the fry oil? Some workers admitted it gets changed every few days, sometimes not even weekly. That means your meal isn't just deep fried. It's dipped in the ghost of every fish, hush puppy, and corn nugget that came before it. The seafood itself? Frozen, processed, breaded in bulk, then flash frozen and reheated until it looks edible. Even the slaw is suspect, often stored next to raw fish and served until it starts to smell. According to one manager, if it's not funky, it's still good. Comfort food? Try comfort delusion. The only thing getting fried faster than the fish is your immune system. And now the buffet line that's more horror show than hometown feast. At first glance, Golden Corral looks like a dream. Steak cooked to order, unlimited sides, a chocolate fountain flowing like Willy Wonka's fever dream. But behind the trays of mac and cheese and those shiny sneeze guards lies a recipe for disaster. According to former employees, buffet food isn't just vulnerable, it's exposed. Kids sneeze directly over serving trays. Customers use the same spoon for mashed potatoes and green beans. One worker confessed they were told to just stir it if it looks old. Not replace it. Not toss it. Stir it, like brown gravy magically turns fresh with a swirl. And don't even think about dessert. The chocolate fountain, Golden Corral's pride, has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. Employees say it's rarely cleaned daily. Instead, the same melted chocolate circulates for days, sometimes weeks, collecting finger dips, bacteria, and possibly literal spit. One video even showed a child dipping their fingers in, licking them clean, and doing it again, while staff stood by. As for food storage, an infamous leaked video showed slabs of meat being stored outside by a dumpster because the refrigerator was full. Golden Corral called it a training issue. No, it's a biohazard with a buffet line. When your $12 steak comes with an optional E. coli upgrade, the real price is your health. And if you think fast casual sandwich shops are cleaner, think again. Once upon a time, Quiznos was the king of toasted subs. But now, the few locations that remain are barely hanging on, and insiders say the food shows it. Those warm conveyor toasters, often left uncleaned between orders. That means your turkey club could pick up marinara or tuna melt residue from 3 sandwiches ago. Sauce bottles sit out all day, unrefrigerated, and veggies arrive pre-sliced in sealed plastic bags. That tomato you thought was fresh? It might have been sliced 5 days ago. Lettuce is pre-shredded and treated with anti-browning chemicals. The meats, soaked in salt baths, vacuum-packed in sodium solutions, and shipped from regional facilities. One ex-manager revealed that during slow days, unsold subs were simply re-toasted and served again, calling it the art of second chances. That's not second chances, that's recycled disappointment. And since the brand collapsed, remaining franchisees are reportedly cutting corners to survive. That includes skipped cleanings, busted slicers, and food safety procedures that rely on smell checks. Quiznos hasn't just faded into irrelevance, it's quietly decaying into something you'd rather forget. Now let's talk about a place where breakfast never ends, and neither do the hygiene violations. Waffle House is a southern icon, the place that never closes even during hurricanes, but the same resilience that keeps the doors open also keeps the kitchen corners cut. Sure, you can watch them cook your food right in front of you, but what you're not seeing is just as important. That same grill flipping bacon at 7 a.m. is often used for eggs, toast, burgers, and steaks, all without a proper wipe down. One employee joked, "It's all flavor, baby," but what they really meant was leftover grease. And when the place gets busy, which is always, health practices go out the window. cross-contamination is common. Pancake batter is mixed near raw sausage. Toast rests on the same surface as raw meat. During rushes, gloves are ignored just to keep orders moving. Health inspectors have flagged multiple locations for improper glove use, bad temperature storage, and poor hygiene practices. Even the hash browns come pre-shredded and frozen in bulk, while tomatoes can be sliced hours or days before use. And if one starts to rot, they serve it anyway, unless it smells. Customers have also reported dropped food being placed back on plates. Not always, but enough to be whispered about. Waffle House might survive a storm, but if you're trying to survive a stomach bug, maybe skip the smothered, covered, and chunked. But what about Subway? It's right in front of you. How bad could it be? Subway's entire brand is built on the illusion of freshness. You see your sandwich made in front of you, but what you don't see is where those ingredients come from, or how long they've been sitting out. In 2020, an Irish court ruled that Subway's bread contained too much sugar to legally be called bread. That's right, your whole wheat bun, technically closer to cake, and that iconic smell you notice when you walk in? It's artificial, pumped through the ventilation system to simulate baking, even when nothing is being baked at all. The vegetables? Pre-sliced, pre-treated with anti-browning agents, and stored in open bins that often sit at room temperature during peak hours. And the meat? Oh boy. Turkey breast is usually formed from compressed scraps. Ham contains fillers and added water. And the tuna? A 2021 lab test couldn't even detect traceable tuna DNA. That's not a little tuna. That's no tuna. Servers reuse gloves, reuse knives, and rarely clean cutting boards between orders. One seafood sub before yours and, if you have allergies, you're in danger. Subway has tried to reinvent itself with wraps and bowls, but the foundation hasn't changed. You're watching your meal be built in front of you, yes, but it was compromised long before you walked in the door. And finally, the mall food court favorite that smells amazing. But the truth behind that orange chicken is anything but sweet. At Panda Express, the aroma is intoxicating. You see that steam rising from the wok, the glaze on the orange chicken, the stacked trays of noodles, and it feels legit. But behind that scent is a carefully choreographed illusion. Most meats arrive frozen in vacuum-sealed bags, pre-cooked or flash-fried at distant plants. The chicken? Often pre-breaded, frozen, and reheated with sugary sauce to make it seem fresh. One employee bluntly said, "We don't cook, we reheat and stir until it looks new." Even the wok isn't sacred. Staff have revealed they rarely clean the pans between orders. Instead, they just wipe them out with a towel, meaning your beef and broccoli could carry remnants of 3 other dishes. Sauces? Packed with sugar and salt. The orange chicken glaze alone has more sugar than a Snickers bar. And the oil, reused across multiple batches, often multiple days. Over time, it breaks down into chemical compounds that carry strange flavors and potential health risks. Vegetables like broccoli and bell peppers are often pre-blanched, stored in water and sautéed until soft enough to look fresh. What you're eating isn't stir-fry. It's fast food dressed in chopsticks and soy sauce. A scoop of sugar, a scoop of salt, a scoop of whatever's left in the wok. 9 wildly popular chains, all selling comfort food, all hiding something, from pizza made of other people's leftovers to seafood reheated from across the ocean, from microwave masquerades to buffet bacteria, from fresh subs with no tuna DNA to orange chicken glazed in sugar and deception. What do they all have in common? Cut corners, cost-saving shortcuts, and customers who keep coming back because they never see what goes on behind the kitchen doors. But now you do, so next time you grab a quick lunch or order dinner out of habit, pause. Ask yourself, do you actually know what's in your food? Because when it comes to fast food, chain restaurants, and hidden kitchen habits, what you don't know can hurt you. And if this video opened your eyes, like, comment, and subscribe, because we're just getting started. The truth is rarely on the menu, but we'll keep serving it.